Well, as I said in the first video, if you watched it, you might have been a little bit of upset with me because I said that if you had that your identity was linked to your credit cards and to your social insurance number, and that you had nothing to do with an enlightened being. And the reason I said that is because for some of you who have looked into the spiritual path, you know that releasing yourself from your identity is very important. And the only way that you can really go through that doorway or enter the void is to clear your identity, your idea of yourself, your description of yourself, and you need to release yourself from the material aspect of this world, and you need to release yourself from everything that represents who you are, and of course that includes what's mine. So the whole mind thing, or the whole ownership thing, it's really important that you just get rid of it. And you'll notice that if you've met monks, you'll notice that that is what they do. That's the reason that my name is No Show. It's important to release yourself from the known in order to enter the unknown. So once you feel that there's no more I, when you can really examine the I and get rid of it, then you're going to find yourself not only clear enough to be able to be aware of something beyond you, you're also going to be able to be in union. And the word yoga, one definition of that is union. And to be in union with something, you need to, again, release that identity. So these are some of the real experiences that you can have. And I want to talk about meditation because meditation is often described as many, many different things and many, many different purposes. And now here and there and everywhere we seem to have every kind of yoga and every kind of meditation.
For the babas.
And sometimes I wonder if the purpose or the journey has been lost a little bit. Well, this is where zero point and quantum physics, this is where the void, emptiness, and this is where all these things meet. So a state of meditation for some is a state of relaxation. It's a state of silence. It is a gateway to expression. It is a way of enhancing yourself and your physical self and your emotional self and your psychological self all together in a very subtle way. For others, the meditation is a fast track to the void, a fast track to that dark, blackness, which will come at whatever point that you can release yourself from your identity. And the other part of this is very important. If you watch the first video, I talked about the three contexts in which I've had visions that other people call seeing God. I do not. And one was, I said, happened in the Sweat Lodge. Two others came from Yoko and from DMT extracted from a frog. But what is very important about these that I mentioned is that you will push yourself beyond what you believe are the limits of a human. And in this way that we're living, we are very suppressed. We are not pushed. We are certainly not pushed beyond our limits. In fact, we are offered so many pieces of false security to make us feel like things are in order, like we're taking Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi. The reason that you can't do that is because you have 100 reasons why you are prevented, and many of those have to do with security. And it's simply a matter of switching your sense of security. So when you go through the void, and if you remove your identity, and if you are someplace that facilitates you pushing yourself beyond your usual human limits, it will be in the state of potentiality. And I have a little bug on my face, and that's okay. It's come to hear what I have to say, so I'm just going to let it be there. And let's see. And all creatures and everything is a lesson, and everything does happen for a reason. But what I was saying is that we have to then, when many people ingest things like LSD, acid, DMT, 2CB, psilocybin mushrooms, a variety, and so on and so on and so on, and they find themselves in a panic, or they find that they just got sick and it's a horrible thing. And part of the reason is because they had no security in that situation. So I know that you believe my body and all this is real. Well, perhaps it is, but when you shift into dimensions and all of a sudden your consciousness is confronted with maybe this isn't real, and maybe there's something else just as real, you hang on. And that's when these things will make you sick, and that's when you'll have a bad trip. So if you're not ready to accept that the earth and everything upon it, and the sun and all of the stars and all of it that is contained in the cosmos, if that isn't enough security for you, you're not going to make it into any other dimension. You're going to be right here, and you are going to be tied into this material form and into this material dimension. The more that you do that, and you will suffer, as you have been told, as Buddha told you, and many have told you, you're just going to suffer. But instead of releasing, we just continue to attach. And so another great Buddhist teaching comes in. Nosho has been given a Buddhist name from the Karma Kagyu tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. It is Karma Chudzen, and it means holder of the Dharma. And in the Dharmic teachings, in the Buddhist teachings, of course, detachment, attachment, we hear this all the time. And we're asked to really look carefully at what that means. And there's a simple way to put it. You don't own anything. Nothing is yours except for everything upon the earth and everything in the sky. So if you're going to get upset about what you have, what you don't have, what you should have, what you should have more of, please keep that in mind. Please keep in mind what your true inheritance is. And if you believe that you have wisdom and an understanding of life beyond this realm, then please stay tuned, because we are going to break a lot of barriers. And if you're someone who has read about these things and puts on a pedestal Jesus for walking on the water, and the Hindi yogis for being able to bury themselves, and if you idolize these people, I can tell you, and if you idolize me, I can tell you that you will tear me down. And the reason that you'll do that is because you will believe that experience belongs to me, or you'll believe that experience belongs to Black Elephant, or you'll believe that experience love goes without saying, and so I'm not going to present that because I think I would rather that you